in El Paso.
El Paso.
It'll be worth it for you. All right, so this is a story we had a lot of fun working on, or I did anyway. All right, so you may have heard that the Tesla Cybertruck is having a few problems. It's been having problems for 5 years, ever since it was announced. 4 years, really. And that culminated with a total recall of the Cybertruck this week.
I've seen a couple of them. I've seen
they got their pedals put back on. So this is Fast Company gave a handy dandy timeline of the history of the Cybertruck from the first presentation of it all the way down to the recall this week for a faulty accelerator pedal. So we're going to look at some of the highlights with some footage, some photos. By the way, I am joined here by Kurt Metzger.
Okay.
And by Mr. Keaton Weiss. How you doing, Keaton?
Good. Hi there, everybody.
Wait, should I have not gotten that chip in my head? Is that what you're saying?
Well, not if you want to. Should I not have been first in line for that? Not if you want to use it on the Cybertruck. All right. So the Cybertruck has a serious design problem. Industry experts believe that its design is so bad that it affects the company's ability to manufacture it, as Tesla CEO Elon Musk himself later admitted. So bad, in fact, that it may actually require a complete redesign or perhaps even a product cancellation at some point this year. But the number of reported problems have resulted in a disastrous timeline that culminated today with the physical recall of 3,878 units, which appears to be every one on the road because of a faulty gas pedal.
There's only that many?
That's it. Because, well, they, as we'll get into, it's just, the whole design is just ass backwards and insane. It's like a 7-year-old drew this on construction paper, handed it to a bunch of monkeys.
It looks like an 80s sci-fi
and they
movie.
threw it together. Well, it looks like 70s. It reminds me of like Logan's Run,
well, yeah,
like
okay,
those old kind of 70s B movies.
Yes.
You know what it really reminds me of? Some people will remember this movie. It's kind of a campy B movie classic, Damnation Alley with Jan Michael Vincent, where they drove around in the nuclear wasteland in like a 70s van. That's what this thing reminds me of. It was like a space age 70s van.
Yeah, right. I was trying to think of it. There's J. Michael Vincent's in a couple things like that.
Yes. That's what the Cybertruck reminds me of. But it is, as we will see, the last vehicle you want to be relying on in an apocalypse. So November 21st, 2019, Elon Musk unveils the Cybertruck for the first time. He claims its windows are made of armor glass, a bulletproof material that won't even dent when you hit it, even at close range with a steel ball. Seconds later, 2 windows break in a live demonstration. Musk claims it will reach customers in late 2021, starting at $39,900. So let's take a look at the first demo of the Cybertruck for the public back in 2019.
Oh my fucking god. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
Should we try the board?
Sorry? It didn't go through. So that's a plus side.
Let's try the
right? Try that one, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh man.
It didn't go through.
His laugh is hilarious.
Now, I just got to say, I don't know how you could have watched that and everybody saw that and still pre-ordered a Cybertruck. If that was not a sign that they were not putting their best foot forward on this, I don't know what would have been.
So they'd been hitting the door with a sledgehammer before that or something, demonstration, and that ruined the frame of the glass. When they
is that what they're saying? Is that what they're saying? Because there's other video that I didn't use.
Oh, really?
Where they claim that it's bulletproof. It is not bulletproof. Yeah, people shot at it. The bullet went right through. You really can't trust what Tesla has to say about these things. July 20th, 2023. The first production prototype of the Cybertruck rolls off the production line of the Giga Texas factory, and eagle-eyed auto industry experts immediately spot one major quality mishap. The front and back passenger doors don't align. Misalignment like this is not new to Teslas, but Elon Musk vowed to eliminate the problem back in 2021. These problems will continue in models throughout the entire production run. August 24th, 2023. It's official. The Cybertrucks coming out of Tesla's Texas factory are not good enough, according to Musk. The CEO writes a leaked internal email to Tesla employees revealing his concerns in categorical terms. Quote, due to the nature of the Cybertruck, which is made of bright metal with mostly straight edges, any dimensional variation shows up like a sore thumb. Okay, so to explain, if you've seen the Cybertruck, it's all these flat panels of stainless steel. It is almost impossible to fabricate that in such a way that everything is going to line up properly, particularly when you consider heat and cold expansion and contraction. Now, I didn't include this, but I saw in many places, auto industry people, as soon as they saw the Cybertruck, burst out laughing because they knew immediately that you could not mass produce something like this
because it's
they're just not going to line up properly. You just can't, right, because standard parts in a normal car that's not designed that way, they account for a certain amount of variance, like 1 millimeter. That's not the exact number, but something like that. And Musk actually, in the memo, if you look at this actual memo, he makes just an impossible demand. He says that their variance has to be a fraction of what the industry standard is, which is just not possible. It's just impossible. If you're going to try to mass manufacture something like that. And now,
and Steve said, do it, nerd.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not working out that way for the poor bastards who paid $100,000 for this thing.
Yeah, I was just looking at like Reddits of people talking about it, and I guess the guy's going, should I do it, to Elon? Because he was not sure he should do it. Right. And Elon was excited because he's in Steve Jobs mode. Like, yeah, do it. Yeah. Oh, try the other one. Oh, yeah. Not cool.
Yeah, but no. I mean, now they've shipped and people have tested it, and we'll get to it. These things are breaking in hailstorms. The windows on the Cybertruck are breaking in hailstorms. We'll get
is the hail being fired from a gun?
No, but there's also footage of people firing guns at these, and it goes right through.
Yeah,
the whole thing is just it's a fiasco. December 1st, 2020.
The San Francisco hailstorm. I had San Francisco is pretty dangerous. They had the hail that breaks the windows in San Francisco.
Oh yeah. That must be what it is
somehow.
That must be what it is. I think this happened in Texas though.
Woke hail. The hail.
It's the woke hail. It's the woke hail.
He was hit by woke hail. ESG hail came down.
December 1st, 2023.
Geoengineering did this.
The woke hail is trying to tank Tesla.
Remember the promised.
I'm a champion for free speech.
Remember the promised $39,900 starting price tag. It was wrong. The real starting point is officially announced, $60,990. So it's about 40% more. You'd figure they would have fixed the windows.
That's why I would have trusted
with all that extra money.
If I was in that ugly truck, I would go, oh, look, it's more now because they probably had to fix the windows and make them good.
Which apparently that's not where the money went. February 22nd, 2024. New Cybertruck owners report rust and corrosion on the allegedly stainless steel body of the truck, especially in vehicles exposed to rain. This was one of the biggest selling points that Musk touted when he announced the truck.
Is this stained steel?
This is somebody posted a picture. This is what a Cybertruck looks like after sitting outside for 5 days when it rains. Stainless steel does in fact stain and rust. Owners are just now discovering the exhausting maintenance they have to do to keep them clean or pay $5,000 to have them wrapped in clear vinyl.
Like I did with my...
Okay, so this is one I did look into. And Okay, this is what Tesla says, but it seems reasonable because stainless steel really isn't supposed to rust. So according to them, this is what's actually happening. Stainless steel, while it doesn't rust, it is prone to attracting iron filings that do rust. Oh. So what's happening is it's getting debris on it that is then rusting and staining the stainless steel. Now, this is a good example, I think, of the flaw in this entire project. It seems like nobody really thought these things through before they charged people $100,000 for it. That's the kind of thing, if you got a team of engineers designing a fucking stainless steel truck, you'd figure somebody might have said, oh, well, you know what could happen with that, but... Did
someone say it and wasn't listened to?
Or maybe they were ignored. But
I bet
this is a running. It's possible.
Who makes stuff and didn't notice a problem?
Yeah, they said something and now they're working at Cinnabon. February 28th, 2024. Multiple owners report seeing 25 critical system errors within a few days of using the truck, including warnings from the high voltage system, critical steering issue, system malfunctions, and loss of system redundancy that alerted drivers that the vehicle may suddenly lose electrical power, steering, and propulsion and may be unable to apply the parking brake. There were also alerts for degraded adaptive drive control, plus automatically disabled traction, lane departure avoidance, and stability controls. Some users also report door latches that don't work. And okay, this fucking thing doesn't have a fucking door handle. You got to press a button to open it. So theoretically, you could get trapped inside of this thing. Took delivery today. AWD made it 1 mile down the road, started getting steering error, flashing red screen, pulled off side of highway. Now the truck is dead and I'm waiting for a tow truck. Dealer couldn't do anything for me. It was great for 5 minutes. Tried everything. Restarting. Screen is stuck black and keeps beeping. Tesla really rushed these trucks out. What a nightmare.
This is like a video game, what they do, where they rush the developers and then it sucks and then they have all these add-on charges that aren't part of it.
Well, that's what they did. Not only did they charge 40% more than they originally said the Cybertruck was going to cost. To really get it loaded, you got to spend $100. To even get the mid-range one, you got to spend $80.
You got to and it's all in there. You have to pay to have it unlocked in there. That's how all these companies. That one sucks. The Mercedes one
or you have to have them send out an update to your system.
Mercedes wants to do a thing where you pay a monthly subscription fee to reach the top speed in your car that you bought from them.
Really?
Every single item that you have. I mean, it's everything, dude. Homes.
They're trying to become tech companies. They're trying to think like tech companies.
Well, here's the big goal. The thing of you not owning anything. I've been seeing this. What everybody complains. All the video game review people complain about this with these games. They've been trying to make it live services and not a physical thing. They don't want you owning anything.
Right.
They want you like it's an amusement park you've entered that you can be thrown out. But they're doing that well, like cars.
Right. And you're paying for different services. Well,
that's a nerd thing.
Well, this also, just to mention, since we're talking about it, I didn't throw this in because there's a lot of other ground to cover. To go into a car wash, you have to put it in car wash mode.
What?
And you can't go into a car wash that makes contact with the car. Can't, the kind that has like the brushes. Yeah, you can't use that. And if you do that and anything happens, your warranty is voided. There are all kinds of ways to void your warranty, including going off-road with a vehicle that they claimed was going to be like the best off-road camping kind of a vehicle
ever. And let me guess, they constantly change the recharge connector. Like my fucking iPhone.
It's just a nightmare. Like
could you imagine being the tow truck driver and getting to that job and seeing that fucking thing on the side of the road and some like metrosexual trying to get his iPad out of the charger port so he can get in? Imagine being the kind of person who would buy one of these things, having to take like 100-mile tow with like Larry the Cable Guy who's riding the truck. Like imagine the clash of cultures that is. That could be a road movie right there.
Well, it's funny you say that because we're going to see some of these having to be rescued.
Yeah, but there's 4,000 tow truck drivers that have dealt with it.
March 12th, 2024. Add another link to this one is great. Add another link to Elon Musk's long chain of broken promises. He previously announced a futuristic optional camping tent that matched the polygonal shiny looks of the car, but that sleek render of the future turned out to be a sad hodgepodge of flaccid fabric in real life. Now wait.
Who wrote this?
This is $3,000 fucking they charged for this.
It looks like the professor from Lost in Space wrote, "You flaccid flag of sad."
Tesla starts shipping $3,000 Cybertruck tent. Looks nothing like what was unveiled. Look at the left. Look at.
Did you know what this looks like? It looks like Fallout 76 when this guy Todd Howard and everybody wanted their canvas bag that was. You know, the nerds that ordered it early wanted a helmet and a canvas bag. It was the exact same thing.
Well, it
looks like the prototype of like a vehicle that you would pitch to the director of the sci-fi movie that you're working on. Like you would take this to the director and you could say, okay, this is just a rough idea of what the final thing is going to look like. I know it looks like garbage because there's no decoration. It's very just basic, but it's going to look something like this when it's done. It doesn't even look like a finished product.
Well, the tent that you're getting for $3,000.
That's $3,000.
$3,000. The one on the left, I mean, I wouldn't pay $3,000 for that either, but okay, at least it's sleek, it's engineered, it's kind of cool. The thing they actually sent people, not at a discount, for the fact that
you're carrying a fucking Velociraptor in the back, and you're trying to keep it undercover. It looks like you're transporting a reptile that you're not supposed to have in the car.
It looks like military surplus. It looks like something you got out of the Army Navy store. Like $3,000. I am betting you could go to an Army Navy store and get something at least as good for $500.
He saw the $3,000 one there, the one that was promised. He goes, "I'll just go get one from the Army Navy store for like $30."
So that one's a classic. All right, so this is great. So not long after the Cybertruck started to ship, a lot of images of these supposedly incredibly sure-footed trucks of the future started getting stuck in all kinds of simple terrain that even your most basic pickup would not get stuck in. This one is a classic.
I'll call Elon. He'll get you out.
And this is someone who actually did have to be towed by a Ford.
Back up.
Today is March 4th, and some dumbass decided to take his Tesla onto the sand at Marina State Beach. Literally. He is right there.
I bet the guy who bought this did not imagine the girls laughing at him.
Yeah.
So this is So this is one of those areas where people come out to see what their trucks can do. It's like a, rugged terrain. So here's your conventional truck. And then they try the Cybertruck.
Wait. Let's put rocks underneath this.
You gotta turn. Let's try throwing a rock through the windshield. See if that works.
Open the door with that rock.
The guy crashed into the tree.
It doesn't look like a truck that could ever do that. Just looking at it.
No, just the whole conformation of it.
Did you not?
It doesn't look like it could do that.
It just looks like a long car with car wheels.
I mean, really, what it reminds me of is, there were all these stories about the shark they used for the filming of Jaws and how it would always break down. That's what this is like. It's like it is what Kate was saying. It's like a movie prop that they sold for $100,000 to a bunch of dorks
who
wanted to feel like they're driving around.
Yeah, like an unfinished
apocalypse.
prop car. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah,
right. April 1st, 2024. Owners all over the internet show the effects of the cyber guillotine. Tesla didn't include anti-pinch sensors for the Cybertruck's trunk, which could cause severe injuries or amputations. Yeah, Frunk, you're right.
Why is it
severe injuries or amputations if fingers get caught?
Oh, the Johnny Depp option?
The truck will slice the hell out of your fingers or any body appendage that gets too near to its closing front hood. It happens with its doors too. Okay, so these guys are from a channel called Throttle World, I think it is. So they drove this 500 miles.
Okay.
And just, if you want to check out that video, it's on their channel. And they just, the only good thing they came out saying was the screen is nice. So they tested this guillotine feature.
Stainless steel edging.
Yeah, what are you doing? Oh my god.
That's just the edge of the door.
Yeah, Cybertruck. Not just for getting you into Yosemite, also for vegetable prep.
What if I just do my
or
fingers?
chopping your leg
Surely
off
stop.
if you slip on the way out.
Oh,
Yeah, you know.
Well, oh,
Put your dick in it.
that's
If your husband cheats on you, rub his dick on the car door.
Why would there be razor sharp
Stainless
edges
steel
on the
edging.
door?
well, that's
Why would you want razor
Oh
sharp
my God.
edges on the edge of a fucking car door? What if it's like icy in the driveway
That's just
and
the
you
edge
go
of
to
the
get in and you slip and you fall?
Yeah.
You
Well,
slice
that's-
your chest
well,
open.
that's the
not just
point.
for getting you into Yosemite, also for
Did they pay extra to have the
vegetable
door
prep.
sharpened?
Well, that's the point. That's why they're showing this, because they say, actually, I cut that part out, but they're like, yeah, so if you have kids, this is great.
Wait, why are the doors sharp? That's the craziest thing I've ever.
Of course. No, this reminds me of Monty Python had a sketch with, they were calling in architects for designs for their office building. And John Cleese comes in and his previous work had been with slaughterhouses. So he designs the office building. He goes, all right, so they get on the escalator there, they get chopped off at the knees, the blood gets sluiced in. That's like,
Is that what happened here? A guy who works at a deli?
They're literally advertising anti-safety features, like an anti-safety feature.
This is
Like next they're going to be like,
this.
there are no airbags. When you get into a crash, a brick flies out of the steering wheel and hits you right in the face and you die.
hear
That's
me out.
instead of the
These are
airbag.
very nihilistic times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
If I just do my fingers.
Surely
well,
this
no.
will stop.
Oh.
yeah, they just didn't bother to
like
put
an aluminum bottle of
so
water. It's not
aluminum
gonna-
bottle they did it with.
Ready? Oh my god.
Did they just
Okay, if
finish
Trump
these the night
wins and he
before or
puts
something?
people
And
in camps, if Trump wins and he actually does put people in camps, the first people going into the camps are whoever bought one of these. That's it. You're in the camp. You're the first one.
Well,
If I were a dictator and I had to imprison a population like arbitrarily, it would be whoever bought one of these.
Okay, question.
Well, that's a Darwin Awards thing.
What about
No.
somebody like Katy Perry who is given one for free? Would you go after the influencers who got a free one?
Both.
Or
both.
both of them?
I would go up both. I would go over whoever gave them and whoever willingly took one of these things.
Because those
How?
guys didn't
How
pay for
could
it, right? That's a show that I've heard of. They must.
As our friend Nick Cruz
it's
is
not
fond
just
of
you.
saying,
It's like
Mao
you're not the
did
one
nothing
affected. Like
wrong.
when you strand yourself on the middle of a beach because you thought the girls would really want your dick if you drove this fucking prop car down a beach and you get stuck and people have to come get you. Like, I'm sorry, that's a drain on resources. There's an opportunity cost. There are real
It's true.
people with real problems who need real help. Like, this is just for such douchebags.
And then the irony of
Well,
chopping
that's
your
what
own
was
dick
great
off.
about that clip, because it was girls literally laughing at the guy. In that
Can you imagine getting stuck, you trip and chop your dick off in the door?
Imagine trying to get laid in that. You move to the back seat. You slip on the sand on the way into the back seat. You end up castrating yourself in front of the girl right there.
Well, You heard it here first, folks.
That's true.
You heard it here first.
Yo, that's how you get girls.
The Cybertruck. The great maker of the modern castrati class.
That's how you get girls now. You castrate yourself.
There's one way. Bring on the chicks.
So, April 9th, 2024. Apparently, the Cybertruck's allegedly bulletproof and indestructible so-called armor glass can't stand hail, as this Redditor shows. The cost for the repair, according to the owner, just got an estimate of $2,326.75 via app service request.
Well, what is supposed to defend against God?
The Cybertruck windshield did not withstand a freak sudden hailstorm in Austin. Rest of vehicle seems fine. None of the other cars parked next to it had windshield damage, but they had lots of dings to their body. Pretty disappointing. We'll let you all know how much it costs to fix. And there's the crack in the windshield from this supposedly bulletproof glass.
Look,
that cracked in a hailstorm.
You're gonna need that rust to dull the blade on the door. So don't get rid of that.
You got a point. I mean, it's just amazing to me that nobody stopped this. Like it's just engineering 101. Like, hey, listen, Elon, I know you want it to look cool, but the doors can't be sharp. And a lot of people have raised this question. There are so few of them, it hasn't happened yet. What's going to happen when a fucking sharp thing with a triangular wedge at the front hits somebody?
Maybe they're fighting crime with it. I don't know. It sounds, I can't believe how much this sounds like every angry video game nerd channel talking about that with software that's a standard practice to issue something that broken. This is what I find just like mind-blowing. This is usually for like in a video game where it's digital goods.
Right.
Yeah, we can just update it. It'll be fine. Right. And now that's the tech world's about making that practice the real world.
Right. Which you can't do with a fucking car.
Well, you can do it with Boeing. Why can't I do it with a car? You can do it with a plane. I think we do it with everything is what I think.
Well, they can. A fucking Boeing, what was it, in South Africa, lost another wheel on takeoff the other day.
This is all the products. All the fucking things ship out broken for some stock inflation reason, always. And fuck you is the reason why. And then if you're...
I think what we're seeing at Tesla, I mean, Boeing, that's a different phenomena. What happened there? It's really a company that was about engineering turning into a company that was about chasing the stock price. This is why we don't have monarchy anymore, because a monarchy is only as good as the monarch. And if the monarch just decides to go off in a completely batshit crazy direction, there's no one to stop them.
Okay.
This has Elon's fingerprints all over it.
I just want to point out, we do have monarchy, whether it's public or not, and it has gone in a batshit crazy way.
Well, we have oligarchy. We have oligarchy.
Same diff to me.
But this is a case where having one person in charge. This is the Phantom Menace of truck designs. April 15th, 2024. Tesla halts all Cybertruck deliveries after owners report a problem with the accelerator pedal, which could become stuck down due to lubricant residue, causing the pedal cover to shift and become lodged in place. April 19th, 2024, Tesla physically recalls all its Cybertrucks. The recall notice states, quote, the accelerator pedal can become stuck, sending the truck accelerating beyond control, making it a danger to everyone on the road.
Open, I mean, it's not doors wide and try to slow yourself down with the meat that you hit on the blades.
With your remaining fingers, activate emergency brake. All right, so this is a guy that this actually happened to.
That pedal looks different, right? Because it's missing this wedge itself right there. And as you can see, based on the design of the floorboard, this sliding up, and the way this was still hooked onto the pedal, it held the accelerator down 100%. Full throttle, had a clear mind, didn't panic, and holding the brake down overrides the pedal. So I was able to stop the car, but anytime I lift the brake, it would start accelerating again. So I stopped the car, put it in park, got out, At first I thought the pedal was broken, but then I realized that nope, this was wedged down here under this little section here, not allowing this pedal to come back up. So yeah, looks like there's a recall. Somebody that panics, that could be pretty dangerous.
Okay.
This is like Inspector Clouseau's car. Do you remember it was like the Phantom Hornet or something?
Yeah.
And I get the Hornet, and it's got all these fins and shit that just fall off.
This is it's so crazy that no one put a stop to this. It's amazing because it's such a violation of anything you would learn as an engineer, particularly an engineer for cars. Make sure that it's safe. Right? I mean, how do you make a door with sharp edges like that?
Okay, move fast.
That's not even safe for adults.
The tech motto. And also, all these companies, they're all based around sucking up to the person in your upline. So people that would do that traditionally are gone from every sector. I mean, every sector of society. The people that are supposed to think like that are run the fuck out. Because they're not profitable, or you would think they would be. I think Keaton said that about Bowie. Like, you think you make a good thing and sell it. No, that's for suckers. Making a product and selling it? No, you're supposed to have a lifestyle brand. People are supposed to, like, be dedicated to Elon beyond whether this truck is good or not.
Right.
Exactly. This is a business model that is across. I'm telling you, Sam Harris uses this to sell his atheist meditations. Here's a manager explaining how to do it. You don't make like making a comedy special and selling it. You're a chump. That's poor people thought. You're supposed to be like an influencer and a lifestyle and like a false idol, really.
Right.
So that's all of corporate America is set up that way. It's unbelievable.
No.
And when it comes to like selling automobiles, right? I mean, just think of how like incompatible one ethos is with the other. Like an automobile, a car, is supposed to last you 10 or 12 years, right? Whereas like the latest trend goes in and out in a year or two. I'm sure Elon didn't even think, oh yeah, people are going to keep these for 10 years and maintain them. I'm sure he's not even thinking that. I'm sure he's thinking, oh yeah, in a year or two, I'll come up with something else to sell. And what'll happen to these cars that people bought? Well, are they actually going to drive 200,000 miles like a vehicle? I don't know. Who cares? Boring. I'll be on to the next thing by then.
By then we'll be in Mars.
Yeah, by then we'll be on Mars.
By then we'll have a colony on Mars. You know, we have a perfectly good planet, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Why fix that one?
Go to Mars.
Did you see what I just texted you? Rick sent me the picture from the Gen. It looks exactly like the Cybertruck. I forgot how much it looks like it.
From what?
Damnation
Alley?
From
Damnation Alley?
It looks like it's so much.
Hang on. I got to see this now. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's a really good guy. Exactly what it was.
Yeah, I don't think I can show this to the people. You could kind of see it there.
Yeah.
It does pretty much. It looks so much like it. I bet Elon is a big fan of this movie.
Did Jan Michael Vincent design it in a drunken stupor? That's how.
Well, I mean, what's so insane about this is last night, I was going to do this Monday. I decided to hold for the Tesla earnings report. So Tesla does its earnings report. There's been a tremendous plummet in profitability. Sales have plummeted, but Elon announced a robo-taxi. He had already said before that they're going to do this robo-taxi, and everyone gets excited. And so the stock was up today. Yeah. I don't know how it closed.
Remember Meta?
It was up around 10%. It was up around 10%. The guy just released what some are calling the deadliest car ever made.
Right.
Why would you trust him?
I'll tell you what.
When he tells you he's going to make a robo-taxi? Did you see what happened when he said he was going to give you bulletproof glass and a nice tent?
Yeah, because like Keaton said, like the people should be put in camps who bought it. So you already don't care about them. And then that's like, dude, I remember because we make, Kyle Dunnigan does Elon really funny, and we'll like always have like jokes about it. Remember the metaverse, how shitty that looked? The tech has really improved to a creepy amount.
Yeah.
But that was like, oh, what a failure. Every one of these guys, oh, what a loser failure with a thing. And then all of a sudden, they're still doing fine. So it doesn't, you just said it. You move on to the next thing. That's why you do that.
Right.
You don't worry about any one thing being quality. Hey, so I tried something. And who got hurt? People that would go to Firefest?
Well, it's just like you said. It's such a cult of personality, and it's always been like that with Elon in particular and that particular stock. That's what propped it up through years and years of losses. Mostly retail investors would not give up on that stock. They were just obsessed with that stock and with Elon. And you still get that. Like whenever you point out something like this, that the Cybertruck is a catastrophe, you're going to get Elon cultists who are going to say, no, it's the best thing that ever got made.
Well, I'm for his, I just told Rick this, flamethrowers for civilians. I'm for that. I'm for his Twitter, the name sucks. I'm still calling it Twitter. I'm dead naming it. I don't care. But I'm against his penis guillotine car because I feel like it supports the trans agenda.
Because you have a penis.
It supports trans agenda with his penis chopping car.
It's a woke car.
It's a woke car.
It's a woke car. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so now, just to show you, we recognize some of Elon's more positive qualities. The next segment, I call these two segments together: the Musk giveth and the Musk taketh away. So he tooketh away with the truck, but we're going to talk about the noble fight he's having right now with the goons in Australia who are trying to get him to censor something worldwide, which is something that no rational person would think they have the jurisdiction
Europe would pull that
to
shit.
do. I'm disappointed in my Aussies. All right, Misha, to you.
All right, we're actually going to go to a quick ad. We'll be right back.
Hey, get this. So we all know that the mainstream news media is not reliable. How can you trust them when they've never told you the truth about Russiagate, Ukraine, COVID, lockdowns, anything? That's where our sponsor, we have a new sponsor, Ground News, comes in handy. Ground News is an app and a website. And what they do is they gather related articles from around the world in one place so you can compare coverage. So it's not, they don't generate the news, they compile the news, and then they give you the visual breakdown of the news outlets and tell you if the source has a political bias, and if it does, what's the political bias, and how reliable that the reporting is, and who owns them. So it's super helpful and transparent. Check this out. So like if you search Russia-Ukraine, search Russia-Ukraine war, and you'll see how it's covered. Here we see 111 total news sources. 18 of them are left-leaning, 9 are right-leaning, and 27 of them are centrist. The bias distribution is 50% center, and it even shows their logos along with their factuality and ownership. So this is a pretty helpful, dare I say, use an old-timey term, this is a neat website. So this is a good way to do your own research. So you get there, you see that they help you by seeing what the bias is, by who owns these news outlets, but they compiles all different kinds of sources around one news story. So it gets you access to independent and international perspectives, not just nationalist sources with the same political agenda. It helps you find the discrepancies in how certain topics are covered and shows you how corporate agendas can influence the news you read. Sounds a lot like this show. Sounds like this website does what this show does. Sounds nice. So if you want to see it for yourself, go to ground.news/JD. Ground.news/JD. Use the link below, and we're going to get you 40% off. Unlimited access. Go to ground.news/JD, and we're going to get you 40% off unlimited access. Think critically about the news you consume.
Isn't it swell? The memes make themselves. They found a rabbi hole, tunnels and all. There's Jews in the walls. Isn't it bliss? The rabbinical grace soiling the mattresses. Well, let me tell you. Shut it down. If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit